Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Peace be upon all of you guys. I must apologize before I start discussing about today's video, since on the 3rd of November when I posted my unboxing and initial impressions for Asad Elixir from Lattafa, which was also the first video on my channel. I mentioned that I will follow up in a couple of weeks. However, there haven't been almost 2 months since then. I must apologize for that. So I just need to quickly mention the fact that in case you haven't seen my previous video or any other review regarding the Asad Elixir, it is an inspired version of Boss Battle Absolute, which was launched in 2024, so last year. And its creators are Anik Menardo and Suzy Lee Haley. The note breakdown for it are as follows. We have top notes of incense and leather, middle notes we have patchouli and myrrh, and the base notes are cedarwood and Havana. Now before we will discuss further, I'll quickly show you the presentation for Asad Elixir, and then we will discuss further. So let's go. Okay, as you can see here, we have the box for the Asad Elixir from Lattafa. We have the typical logo for the Asad line, size and concentration here, Asad in Arabic, the brand Lattafa, and we have this cool pattern here with the lion on these two sides. We have the sticker of authenticity. We have the ingredients here, the Lattafa logo on top. On the bottom we have the barcode, and it says here that it was made in UAE. And as you can see here, mine was produced in September this year. And let's take out the bottle from the box real quick here. We have here the typical Asad bottle. However, I think in a way this might look even better than the original, with this gunmetal finish here on this part here, and the collar. We have here Asad on the front, Elixir. We have this sticker here on the bottom, Lattafa logo here on top. The cap is pretty solid and it stays in place pretty well, so you should be able to pick it up without any issues. You have this gunmetal finish here. Let's look at the atomizer here real quick. Quite decent, or even more than that. Let's discuss further. So the top notes for the Asad Elixir are as follows. We have pink pepper, we have saffron, we have grapefruit, and middle notes are tobacco, cedarwood, vanilla, and base notes are patchouli, olibanum, cashmere, and dry wood. So fortunately, after spending some time with it, testing it, I have to say that it grew on me. It's quite an interesting release from the guys from Lattafa. If you ever tried Boss Battle Absolute, however you thought that the price was too steep at the time, you might definitely want to try this one out. Now, it is somewhat true that this release is relatively smoother around the edges as compared to the original. However, in my humble opinion, it isn't that huge of a chasm between the two. The resinous patchouli combo is quite prominent in Asad Elixir and lasts quite a while after the freshness dissipates. The resinous patchouli combo is quite prominent in Asad Elixir and lasts quite a while after the opening freshness dissipates. It can be seen without a doubt as an elegant frag that could be worn in more formal occasions. The ingredients seem to be rather appealing and don't give a cheap smell by any stretch of the word. Besides the patchouli resonance combo, it also has some nice sweetness, most likely from the vanilla. It has some lovely freshness at the beginning. However, it's not clear that it comes from the grapefruit. The performance, since this was the main thing I was waiting for after so many testings to see how it will perform. I must say it's something that might satisfy most people, since I've actually recently got 10 hours plus on it, with more than decent projection, at least for 2 hours. Now my final rating for it would be a 9.2 out of 10. Must say that I'm also quite biased, since Asad the original is my favorite, and the line itself, maybe besides the Zanzibar, which I don't have, and I'm not planning to getting it since it wasn't such a great release. However, since Asad being my favorite fragrance of all time, I'm somewhat biased towards this line. However, this release is quite a banger, more than decent performance, an elegant smell with all the patchouli, the resinous nature from olibanum. Gives it quite the sophisticated smell, if you ask me. And it comes quite close to the original, which I actually sprayed it here a couple hours ago. And this is actually my scent of the day. And it is quite the wonderful fragrance. You also get at the beginning some tobacco touch that gives it even a more sophisticated allure to it, if I might put it like that. And it is a fitting choice for the season in which we are now. Quite manly, and it's cloning one of the best releases from Hugo Boss in my opinion. And this was it, guys. These are my final thoughts. I don't regret, of course, buying it by any stretch of the word. I'm not, and it was worth me testing it out to see how the longevity will go on this one, because I think after my first wearing, I got below 8 hours, if I remember correctly, and I was a bit nervous. However, with time, this is what usually happens, or at least it happens with these Arabic clones. You have to be patient with them, especially if you dig their DNA. And this was it. I do hope that this video was helpful to you guys. And once again, I'm sorry that it took so long for me to publish it. I do want to wish you a wonderful day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.